Hello Libra, welcome to your love forecasts for the second half of February from the 16th all the way through the 28th. General advice as always, so please keep that in mind throughout this reading and take from it what makes sense for you and release the rest. So let's go ahead and get into your reading here using the Grande AMORE deck by Maria of La Belle Anima 13, and I'll grab some tarot messages from my tarot teacher, the revised edition. So let's begin. What is it that you need to know heading into the second half of the month? Angels and spirit guides, please, for Libra. All right, here we go. All right, so we are starting with cuffed, codependent, unhealthy attachments. It's interesting, you know, we've got some repetitive cards that have been popping up for this batch of readings. This is one of them. The other one was seeking revenge and a vendetta that somebody had. So for some reason, that seems to be a part of the energy that's presenting itself here. Look at the next card. We've got hollow. Wow. We've got ulterior motives. Okay, so this is coming through to be a bit of a challenging situation here. And then we have the third party card. Cuffed, codependent, unhealthy attachments. Hollow, feeling empty, nothing left to offer. Ulterior motives, things aren't as they seem. Third party external influences. Whew, that's a lot. Bottom of the deck, we've got caged, trapped, restricted, imprisonment. The person that's feeling caged could be this third party. I'm just getting that for some of you. And as challenging as this all seems, which it is, if you relate to this, Libra, you could have gotten yourself involved in a third-party situation. Somebody could have already been married or taken or in a committed partnership. And so what I'm getting here, more than likely, you are at a distance from one another. You're not with this person anymore, whoever represents that third party. But somebody had real feelings here, kind of got caught up in the moment, even though perhaps believing and knowing that it couldn't really have turned into anything solid because somebody was already taken. And now that this more than likely has dissolved and it's a thing of the past, they could be feeling very empty without you. That could be a mutual thing. Yeah, somebody has truly nothing left to offer because it wasn't meant to be offered in the first place because somebody was already taken. That is what I'm getting here. But I'm also feeling that someone is struggling to let go, and that's where this codependency is coming in. It is an unhealthy attachment. So let's go ahead and grab some insight from the tarot messages to see how this is presenting itself. So if you relate to these cards already, and if this is your story, let's see what else you need to know here. So this is part 1 of your reading, Libra. If you resonate with this, part 2, the extended, will be available on my Patreon page. That link will be down below in the description box, okay? So complicated, no doubt, but it doesn't have to stay complicated. Look at this. So we've got the Ace of Wands coming up in the reverse. Do you see that? Bad news, delays, creative blocks, lack of passion, lack of initiative, canceled travel, missed chance, hesitant. So perhaps that's how they're feeling, that they missed a chance to be with you because it just wasn't a sustainable situation, this third party. Oh, this is interesting. Here we go. Knight of Wands, very action-oriented person. Charming, sexy, flirtatious, all of those things. Passionate. All good qualities. But the Knight of Wands is known to be non-committal. You know, the Knight of Wands can kind of have a bad rap in tarot sometimes because they can be a player, not really the type to settle down. So this Knight of Wands could actually represent the third party, the external influence, and somebody was, again, either already married or taken. And then here we are with the Queen of Pentacles. So Divine Feminine, if you represent this Queen of Pentacles, some of you guys could also be earth signs, Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. You know, your life was coming along just great. You could also be very successful in your life. You could have your own business. Queen of Pentacles financially is very secure. But the Queen of Pentacles also represents someone who's very down to earth, you know, easy to talk to, easy to get along with, very maternal energy as well, very nurturing. And so Divine Feminines, take this if it applies. You could have already had a family. You could have already been married. You could have already had children. And then here comes this third party who really drove a wedge between you and an existing partnership. And chaos ensued. Seven of Wands. Challenging energy. Perhaps whoever was cheated on, whoever was perhaps the victim of this third-party situation, that person, they've got their walls up. You know, they're very defensive, understandably so, because they've been hurt by this whole thing. Could be the feminine, but it could also be the masculine. It really depends on how it's coming through for you. But despite all of this that happened, I feel, you know, as it says, they're just taking the high road. They're not really the type to give up on a challenging situation. They're not the type to give up on a partnership that has gone through some hard times. So this could represent a relationship that definitely has been through some trials and some very tough times, but it's still standing. And then we have the Four of Swords, which could be representing the need to heal, the need to take a break from all of this drama. Take time to really think things through. This is a card of recuperation, contemplation, so that whatever fears and anxieties came along with this can be calmed and healed in order to prepare you, perhaps Libra, to welcome in a new beginning in your love life. So you've got some challenges here for sure that are presenting itself. But that doesn't mean that has to be the rest of your story. You know, perhaps you've been through this. This could all represent past energies. And hopefully you've taken time to mend that energy, to heal yourself, to heal your heart, to learn the lesson behind all this, to get rid of the stresses. And this is a part of that stress. Because there is the opportunity through that healing to move forward and welcome in a new beginning. Okay, so let's see if that new beginning will bring you peace and happiness in part 2, if that's something that you're interested in. That link, as I've mentioned, it's down below in the description box. And for those who are interested in your own personal private reading, that info is down below as well. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. Definitely challenging message, but you know, we'll see if it's just as challenging in part 2, or if that could actually, you know, bring you peace through the lessons learned as a result of this. All right, guys, so that's it for now. Thank you so much. I'll see you next time.